strength in this day and time we live. There's only one hope, and the church is the only one that knows to tell that hope. We got to tell that hope. So this morning, let's go to Lord in prayer. Father, we're thankful for another opportunity and time to be in your house. Father, these that we mentioned, Lord, we want to lift them up. You know everything. Father, we want to show mercy the best we can, but Lord, sometimes the most mercy we can do is come to you and pray. And ask you to act on their behalf. And Father, we will lift these up, Father. Lord, help us to always have a heart of compassion for those. It seems like that song, one day at a time, we're just pushing each other. It seems like time is so short, but Lord, you gave us enough time every day. Lord, help us to use it wisely for your honor and your glory. Lord, help us to remember these in need. Father, we pray for each situation. And Father, we pray for this church, Lord, that we be found faithful, Lord. Just doing what you have us to do. Trusting you and serving you, lifting up the name of the Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And Father, we pray for the churches. We've been mentioning this so long. Please remember them, Father. Lord, we just pray that the gospel message would go out to the lost and die well. In Christ's holy name, Father. Amen. Amen. This morning we're going to look Haman, the title of our lesson. Whatever you do, do it with humility. Wow, don't ever turn me down. So I hear me loud. I don't know how y'all hear me, but I'm loud. So look, okay, I was thinking about this morning. Haman, what would you call Haman? And this just comes this morning. What would you call Haman? Think of the word Haman. Huh? Right. Okay, right. Anybody else? Come on, Sheila, jump in there. Thank you, Brenda. Hateful? Well, he was hateful. What would you call him, Tina? How about an enemy? He's an enemy. Well, that didn't come to mind for no reason. What's our enemy? We got three. The world, the flesh, the devil. Who's Haman? Who's he represent? We're going to mention this. We're going to go back to Exodus. The flesh. Now this literally happened. This is not no metaphor or whatever. This happened. Let me read it. We go to Exodus right quick. And now you're going to see who Haman is a relative of, or descendant of, I guess the word says. But let's look. This is in Exodus 17, 16. Well, it ain't been long since we had this lesson. And this is Moses. For he said, because the Lord had sworn that the Lord will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. You said Amalek, we're talking about Haman. Well, we're going to see that in just a minute. And we know that Amalek represents the flesh. So we're going to look at that in just a minute. But we're going to pick up in our lessons and we're going to see this. And this is where we pick up in Esther chapter 3, verse 1 through 5. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the only book in the Bible God is not mentioned. If you read this book, you do not see the name God in this book. Now, if you find it correctly, that's fine. But I'm pretty sure, I've heard that and I've read it, and I'm pretty sure that's true. But you see God all in this book. Without God, this thing's going to happen. So let's look. Let's start reading here. And after these things did King Ahasuerus promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha, the Agagite. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to tie him back. Okay? Let's tie him back for just a minute. I've got it wrote down, but we'll find out. Okay. First Samuel. And I just kind of script some of this down there, I told verses down. 1 Samuel 15, verse 33, but if you go back to 32, you'll see this. Samuel hewed Agag, king of the Amalekites. You see that? Agag, Amalekite. Now, who was he? Who's Haman? He's a descendant Agag of the king. We see that he's a descendant. So now we're kind of getting to see a little picture. Who's Mordecai? Who's Mordecai? Mordecai, he's a Jew. Who's the Jews? Mordecai. Who's the Jews? Thank you. Okay, let's look at something right quick. After these things, did Herarius promote Haman, the son of Hammedatha Agag, and advanced him, and set his seat above all the princes that were with him, and all the king's servants that were in the king's gate. Keep that in mind, the king's servants that were in the gate. Okay. And reverenced Haman, for the king had so commanded concerning him. But Mordecai bowed not. Why did he? What's this? Mordecai was a servant of the king. He was in the gate. He had a position. You see that? Okay, if you go back to Daniel, or if you go next to me, Daniel was brought up next to him. Joseph was brought up next to Pharaoh. They were the right-hand man, right? But they were God's people. But now we see this other one come up. And then we go to this one that God said he'll have war. We trace him all the way back to who? Esau. A grandson of Esau. I'm trying to give us a picture here. The flesh, the enemy. Okay. If we are God's people and we are God's children, we've won, right? Tim read this morning about Job. Did you see anything peculiar in the reading this morning about the devil? Did the devil have any control? Did the devil have any control? No. Who gave him control? Who's in control then? Okay. Who's our God? God. He's in control. Now wait a minute. So the enemy has to do something because we know we've been delivered by God through the cross of the Lord Jesus Christ, and we're sons and daughters of the Most High. So how can the enemy defeat us? Deception, trick, appeal to a lustful appetite, a prideful appetite. Remember, the enemy appeals. He tries to hide, craft, subtle. You see that? So let's look. I don't want to get off the lesson. I want to tie the lesson to this. And you said prideful. Pride comes from what? The flesh. Look at me. What's God hate? Pride. He hates pride. Okay, let's look at this. And it said that, but Mordecai bowed not, nor did him reverence. Now, Mordecai knew this guy's background. Now, if you remember, when the children of Israel came out, and I'll forget, the Amalekites, let me make sure I'm saying it right. Yeah. The Amalekites would sneak in. You got to take a line of 2 million people coming out. Moses leading, he's in front, Joshua and him. They would go in and slaughter the weak, the women, the children, and kill them. Well, what's this guy want to do? We're going to see that, what he wants to do. Well, wait a minute, that will change. Oh. Okay. So, if you go back in Samuel where I read, if you read the previous verse, the old king said, oh, it's good, ain't it, Samuel? We got peace. Samuel said, hey, you kill them women with the children still inside of them, you cut them. He said, let me tell you, you know it's going to be without child. And Samuel, you knew in pieces. That's what Samuel done with this wicked king. But remember what Moses wrote. God's going to continue to have war with this flesh. Okay. Then the king's servants, which were in the king's gate, said unto Mordecai, It came to pass when they spake daily unto him, and he hearkened not unto them, they told Haman to see whether Mordecai's matters would stand. For he had told them that he was a Jew. Now, wait a minute. They didn't know he was a Jew. Why? Now he's saying, let me tell you why I won't bow. I don't bow but to him. And that's the Most High. What the children of Israel, the 3 Hebrew boys do. King said, you bow. They said, okay. We'll stand and we'll serve you. We'll give you our best. But King, you might as well know, we only bow to him. And that's our Father. What do you do when you bow? You reverence and you worship. 2 are to read the reverence and 2 are to read worship. God, our Lord. So, look at this. The enemy wants you bound under his influence. Okay, so he says, I'm a Jew. And when Haman saw that Mordecai bowed not, he nor did him reverence, then was Haman full of wrath. His pride was hurt. He got mad. Now, wait a minute. We got to take, because I don't want to try to take the flesh out there that we're, because we got 3 enemies: the world, the flesh, the devil. But the flesh within is the enemy, right? We all have an enemy: the world, the flesh, the devil. 3. We got to keep this in mind. So we're going to try to look at this real carefully. Okay, we jump to verse 6. And he thought scorn to lay hands on Mordecai alone, for they had showed him the people of Mordecai. Wherefore Haman sought to destroy all the Jews that were throughout the whole kingdom of the Ahasuerus, even the poor people of Mordecai. Now wait a minute. The enemy wants to destroy anything of God's people. Right? They came out and fought against Moses. Why? To destroy them. They wanted them dead. But hold on. God our banner, Jehovah Nissi. Lift it up. Okay. Saying, where are you going? I want you to look at this. You have an enemy that wants to destroy. Okay, wait a minute. You are a child of God, sealed to the day of redemption. You cannot lose your salvation. What does the enemy want to do to you, to destroy you? Your fellowship, your testimony, your witness. Is that not the truth? If he can render you useless, what good are you? The world says they're just like me. They want the things of the flesh just like I do. They live like they have no hope. Folks, we got hope. So let's look at this real careful this morning. Okay, even the people of Mordecai. In the first month, now this is how you know it, that is the month of Nisan, and I think that it tells that's the first month of Jewish calendar. In the 12th year of King Ahasuerus, so this is done after he's been ruling. Esther's done his queen, and all he took his wife, and she wouldn't come in and do the sensual dance in front of him. She wasn't going to be profane in front of his husbands. She said no. Okay. That is the lot. He cast lots before Haman from day to day and from month to month. To the 12th month, that is the month of Adar. I think if you look up the month of Adar, I don't know if the writer has it in here or not, it's probably, I think, around March. I believe that's what it brings out. And Haman said unto King Ahasuerus, there is a certain people scattered abroad and dispersed among the people in all the province of that kingdom, and their laws are diverse from all people, neither keep they the king's laws. Therefore, it is not for the king's profit to suffer them. If it please the king, let it be written that they may be destroyed, and I will pay 10,000 talents of silver to the hands of those that have the charge of the business to bring it into the king's treasury. Okay. Did y'all see something unfolding here? A plan. It's shortened up. A plan is unfolding. The enemy has a plan. Wait a minute. You know the devil's plan hadn't changed? What did he do to Eve in the garden? He deceived her, right? What did this man do to the king? He deceived the king, right? What's the enemy do to us? He deceives us. If he can get us to compromise, he can deceive. Deception. Oh, I heard Charles Stanley, I think it was Friday, preaching a sermon on this. Compromise. So many of God's children are too quickly to compromise what God says. He says, well, if I only do it one time, it won't hurt. How many times have people taken a drink? I'm going to use that. I'm not bashing nobody by no means. Let's start off, I just take one drink, but today are alcohol. That's just one example. There's so many. But they compromise. And now, compromise. Nothing happened over here. But wait a minute, so that represents God. It didn't happen, we just moved. But that didn't move, did it? Who kept moving? Me. The enemy wants you to move away. He has a plan to rule you ineffective. Does God want you to be effective? Yes. We are to be witnesses. And when we're ineffective, we're good on it. This is something we got to be careful. He has a plan. He says, but now wait a minute. Remember, God's name is not mentioned. We only see God's hand all over this whole situation. If you remember, Mordecai, I think it comes out that like Esther is his cousin. Her parents died. He took her in. I think that's how, if you look it up, I think that's what it is. And she might be his niece. I'm not 100% sure. I think it's his cousin. But anyway, he said, don't reveal to the king that you are a Jew. If you go back and read. Now, Haman says there's a people. He don't say the Jewish people, does he? He don't tell the king what people. He said there's a people that is doing you no profit. Actually, they're doing you harm because they're against everything you say. He says, so I got a plan. We'll get rid of them. Matter of fact, he says he got a plan. He don't just kill the men. He says the men, the women, and the little children. He said, we'll wipe them out. Well, wait a minute. Was it October the 7th last year? They come in and kill men, women, and children. I believe they even cut pregnant women open to kill children. That plan is still out there to exterminate the Jewish people. I got news for them. These people in the United States, I would love if this would go out to all these people that holler from the ones that from the river to the sea. I'm going to tell you, you ain't going to get rid of the Jewish people. You ain't going to do it. Why? Because God said that. He said the sun and the moon and the stars will fall before they disappear. Because God's going to take care of it. And if God loves something, shouldn't we love it? Think about that. If God loves something or someone, shouldn't we love them? We look at the Jews and we get so mad at them for rejecting Jesus. But God still loves them. He's not finished with the Jewish people. We need to pray for God's mercy on those people. We need to pray. You know, they keep saying Iran from attack. They're going to attack. We got to pray God this over. Pray that many would come and be grafted back in, that their eyes would be open and be saved. We need to pray for the Jewish people. So, I got away from my lesson. But I want you to see what's in our nation. In our nation today, you know, George Washington was supported and funded by Jewish people. If you look on the $1 bill, you'll see the Jewish star on the dollar bill. A lot of people don't realize that. These out there hollering this stuff, look at the dollar bill. You'll find the Jewish star, the Star of David on it. Because we were supported. We became a nation. The United States became a nation. Okay. See, I done got way away from my lesson. But there's still a plan. But wait a minute. Who's Satan trying to get to the inner people today? The church. He wants us to get caught up in the things of the world and the flesh. I kind of remember something. Satan and Solomon is his team. God had him on the leash. Get out so fast. Good. We got to look at this too. We got to look at the scripture for today. But he has a plan. He said, let's get rid of that king. The king says, okay. If you read this chapter, he gives him the ring and he seals it. He said, it's a done deal. And the letters go out. Matter of fact, he wasn't applied just to get, hey, I want to get rid of Mordecai. No, he said, I want to get rid of all. And if you'll notice, it was to be done over a certain period of time to get everybody ready. That they could go against Jewish people. That they could just go in without any effect. All the people going, hey, there's a Jew, kill him. There's a Jew, kill him. There's a Jew, kill him. There's a colony of Jews, kill him, kill him. That was the plan. That's a pretty hard plan, ain't it? They were just living. They were working. But he compromised the king here. But let's jump over to chapter 6. Because we don't have the whole story in our lesson this morning. Don't you look at this. Chapter 6. Then the king said to Haman, make haste, and take the apparel and the horse, as thou hast said, and do even to Mordecai the Jew that sitteth at the king's gate. Let nothing fail of all that thou hast spoken. But we'll see what he spoke. Then took Haman the apparel and the horse, and arrayed Mordecai, and brought him on horseback through the street of the city, and proclaimed before him, thus shall it be done unto the man whom the king delighteth to honor. And Mordecai, this is why we know Mordecai was in the king's court, a servant. And Mordecai came again to the king's gate. He was in a position in the king's court. But Haman hasted to his house mourning, and having his head covered. Oh, why was his head covered? He was ashamed. He was ashamed. He said, I'm going to get rid of this man. I'm going to get rid of this people. But wait a minute. Okay, we're going to get there. And Haman told Zesra, his wife, and all his friends, everything that had befallen him. Then said the wise men and Zesra, I don't know if I'm saying her name right, Zesra, his wife, and him, if Mordecai be the seed of the Jews, listen what he says, before whom thou hast begun to fall, thou shalt not prevail against him. I don't know. I know we're seeing things over there and we should support Israel, but we need to put up a banner and say, listen, we're going to quote this. Our government officials should quote this to those that are trying to eliminate Israel. Look, thou shalt not prevail against him, thou shalt not prevail against them, but shalt surely fall before him. That's what we need to let them know. You may think you're going to win, but you're fighting a losing battle. That needs to be the message of the United States of America. And we are, as a nation, stand up and say, hey, matter of fact, we're going to stand with it. You ain't going to fall by our hand, but you're going to fall by the mighty hand of Almighty God. We need to send that message out. Now, they ain't going to listen to it, but we need to send it out. Okay? All right. And while they were yet talking with him, came the king's chamberlains and hasted to bring Haman to the banquet and that Esther had prepared. Esther was the queen. Okay. Now, we got to get back. We're going to try to touch this real quick as we can. If you'll start in this chapter, Mordecai to go in and talk to the king. But he's the king. He's the king's right hand man. All right. Anyway, with that, so what we see here, that night the king went to lay down. His sleep was taken away. Did anybody read that? Couldn't sleep. Who's involved here? I believe God. God is the God. So he said, bring me in the books, and I can't quote exactly, but it was the Chronicles. Everybody read the Chronicles? First Chronicles, second? Sometimes they're still the Word of God. But they sometimes can be a little bit boring. I don't want to say that irreverent, because you find a great many things. But he read some. Mordecai, an official, uncovered a plot to assassinate the king. That's what he found. He said, wait a minute. Was anything ever done to show my thanks or my gratitude for this man? And I said, no, king, nothing ever was done for Mordecai. Well, king says, I need a plan. Is there anybody here that can help me out? They said, hey, Haman's been here. Well, Haman come for a reason to hang Mordecai. And then we read, he said, what should I do to honor somebody? Your old prideful Haman said, you got to be talking about me. He said, put on the king's best royal apparel. Put him on the king's horse and show him off to everybody. He said, that sounds like a pretty good idea. Go take Mordecai. And don't listen to what king. You didn't disobey the king. And he said, don't let a word fail what you just said. Can you imagine him go out here and say, come on, Mordecai, you put this on me. Come here, Mordecai, get up here on the king's horse. He had to parade him around in front of all those that went and told on him. He said, Mordecai. He was ashamed. He said, oh, he's saying this. Well, he just runs upstairs and runs home. Mordecai just went about his business, doing his job, serving the king. So with this story, now the plot thickens. It talks about the banquet. You got to remember, Esther has not revealed her identity, her background as a Jew. She does one banquet, and she said, grant me my request. Okay, what is it? That you and Haman have come back and another banquet. Okay. Kind of throws them off. She said, oh, king. And the queen respected the king. King, if my people was just going to be sold, I wouldn't even come to it. She's fixing to unveil her again. She said, but my people are fixing to be slaughtered in your king. Now, wait a minute. This king loved Esther. This was his wife. He found favor in his life. He said, whoa, Esther, who in the world is coming to kill you and your people? Who is this? She said, this Haman. Now you think he really killed his lady. The king is so outraged because you know what I think running his mind? What Haman's plan was. Let's exterminate. Exterminate. You know what that means? Get rid of all of them. Kill them all. There's no trace of them. He gets so mad and he just flees out in rage. But now in the meantime, and they die in a certain, they don't die like us at the beginning. They kind of laugh. When it's time, old Haman falls down on Esther and said, Esther, please spare my life. Well, he walks back in. Here comes the king, and here's Haman on top of his wife. I believe God had some things prepared for Haman, and he used the devil to prepare him. 8 gallons ready for the enemy. They come and wrapped those hands, covered his face, took him and hanged him on his own gallows. Think about it. God, well, he told Moses, I will have war down from generation to generation. God still at war with his brothers. Now, what do we need to do as God's people? Because if you don't think the flesh will rise up in you, you got to pray about it. We read this. Because we all have to deal with it. Until we're taken, until we're at home, we have these three enemies. Does anybody deny that? Everybody agree we have these three enemies? The world, the voice, the devil. They're constant. But what do we do? Bobby touched on some of this last week, or in this area. And I want you to turn to, we went on down to the other part, but I want you to look at this. 1 Peter chapter 5. This is part of a verse and one verse. And part of verse 5, listen to what this says. And be clothed with humility. When do you clothe yourself? When do you clothe yourself? Say that? Okay, first thing. Because you put it in the morning, what do you put on? Humility. This is what God's saying. Don't wait for the night. Put it on in the morning. I'm not above you. I'm not above nobody. Listen to what this says. And this is so, we've got to grab this. And be clothed with humility, for God resisteth the proud. Where does pride come from? What in? The flesh. He said, you don't. It's the flesh. And there's one thing to know against pride. Be clothed with humility. As God resisteth the proud. Listen to this. Give grace to the humble. We should not operate, and I won't try to bring this out the best I can, Lord, but the Lord said, I should not operate on just my ability, but I should operate with grace. What is grace? Jesus. God the Holy Spirit. God the Father. On their way. I want you to listen to what Peter says in verse 6. Humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of God. Now, wait a minute. We said we're clothed when? In the morning. We put on clothes in the morning. Wait a minute. Humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of God. When would be the best time to humble yourself before God? In the morning. I got to go to work. I don't want to go right by myself. God, I've got to do this today. I don't want to do it by myself. I want to follow you. Like you do with me today. Grace. Grace is God. It's God repents. That's what Paul was in Christ. Christ in me. You see the grace that goes on. We need, hey, how do you deal with people with prideful attitude? Be humble. Humility. What is humility? Not thinking low of yourself. put their needs before mine. God knows we have needs. In doing that, what we've talked about for so long, seek ye first the kingdom of God and His righteousness. The Lord humbled Himself. Let me finish this for you. Humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of God. This is so important. That He, God, may exalt you in due time. Would you say, Mordecai, God exalted in due time? What's due time? God's time. God dissipated. Son, daughter, hold yourself if you will. Don't think about yourself. If you think about me, I'll provide everything. The flesh says, go back to the old first. Right? That's what the flesh says. Doug, think about Doug first. God says, think about me and others, and I'll take care of you. Now, I'd rather God take care of me than me take care of me. Because I believe He knows how to take care of me a whole lot better. Would we see Mordecai, if you read the very last of the book, the last chapter, very short chapter, Mordecai was exalted next to the king, and he done great things for his people. We can do great things for our brothers and sisters in Christ if we'll humble ourselves. We'll be bold with humility, and we'll humble ourselves and say, God, I need you for this day. But Lord, I don't want the flesh leading me. I want you to. So trust God. And we have access to God through His Son. We can pray. We start off with Him. What's the best way to start off with God? Right here. Who do you hear talking when you read? God. Think about that. That's God talking. Well, I need a word from you. You may have a situation. I need help in this situation. So remember that. We have Him. The world of grace and death. But how we overcome, how we win the victory, is humbling ourselves and not bowing and reverencing the enemies, but keeping our eyes on God's plan. His kingdom is right. Keep that in mind. Keep those scriptures in mind. Because God said He will have war from generation to generation. We're still in the generation time zone, right? We're in a generation now. God's still at war. So I hope you got something out of the lesson. We have one more lesson. I think that's this way. Can you think that's this name? B-A-R-U-C-H. Is that what you're on? I think that. Baruch. I don't know if I'm saying that's the title. I'll try to figure this out. We'll try to pronounce it right. Anybody got anything for this meeting? Tim, you just miss us.
More grace and more faith and love. We can take for gift for the prayer of the Lord. And Lord, we just want to thank for the word that's taught here this morning, Lord, and just thank for the ones that do and talk the word, Lord, you just bless. Lord, bless all the people who come to that word, Lord. And Lord, we just ask you, Brother Bobby, this morning, Lord, you come before us and share us laid up on his heart, Lord, we just ask you bless. And Lord, we just want to pray for all, Lord, to save us. Like too late, Lord, to pray for one to sick and wicked, for the name of the Lord. And Lord, we just want to pray for everyone on the prayer list, Lord, you know their needs, Lord, and we just want to pray for all the prayer requests. And Lord, we just want to ask you to bless suffering because of loss of loved one, Lord, we just ask you to bless them, Lord, come to their heart. And Lord, we just want to uplift Israel to you this morning, Lord, and we just want to pray for our country and our leaders, Lord. We just want to pray for men and women in the military and